And then moving things forward, talking about today's talk, and it is all about, how your mental health journey can be so inspirational to other people. If you are, having mental health problems, if you are depressed, if you have anxiety which affects your quality of life on a day-to-day basis, you can still be such an inspiration to people without you realising it. Because your day-to-day actions that you do, to help your mental health, manage your mental health, especially if you've opened up to your friends and your family, people can look to you and think, if they can have the strength to talk about their headspace, if they have the strength to manage their headspace, this is what they do, then I can do that, or I'll give that a go. Because they'll always follow a lead. If they see someone else doing something and they know you're, not in the right headspace, they know you have anxiety, they can always take inspiration from you. So you can actually be so powerful without realising it. And once you kind of realise that, you can take that little bit of courage knowing that, even though you're not in your headspace that you want to be in, you can still be so inspirational to other people. You can always be an inspiration to someone else, but you just don't think you are, because you just think you're standard Joe Bloggs who isn't anyone special. But truth be told, none of us are special. We're all just normal people. There's no one out there who's better people than us. We're all on this planet. We all have the same rights on this planet. So to think other people are more special than you, it's not. You are amazing in your own right. So when you are kind of in a dodgy headspace, or if you're not feeling yourself, people will look to you when they see you opening up, when they see you talking to other people about your headspace. If they see you always talking to your friends, they might suddenly pluck up the courage to open up about their headspace, because they've seen you talk about it and they've seen you pluck up the courage. And it only just takes that first person to pluck up the courage to open up about their headspace. And then once they start to open up about their headspace, then it just snowball effect. So I think you can really underestimate actually how powerful you can be to your peers, to your friends, family members, when you are struggling with your mental health. You can always take the situation and move forward with it positively. And I know you can, and everyone has the strength to do that. And even if people don't believe they have the strength, they always do. And it's always just that first person to open up. Because you never know, when you do open up to people, you never know what they might turn around and say to you. They could turn around and say, I'm so glad you mentioned that. I will never forget that when I first opened up to a certain set of my schoolmates, and they said, I'm relieved you said that, because I was kind of feeling the same. I can't tell you kind of the burden that felt lifted off my shoulders, and then you come back and you reflect and you feel proud of yourself being that person to take it forward and think, right, I'm going to open up about that in my headspace, and then end up by benefiting other people. So you can be such an inspiration without you realising it. And you can have such a positive impact on other people's lives, even though you think, you're in a poor headspace and no one cares. Obviously everyone cares, but when you're in that headspace, you think no one cares, because you think your problems are insignificant, they don't mean anything to anyone. But that is so not true. So I want you to really realise the next time, if you do struggle talking about your headspace, to understand that you can be so inspirational to people, and you can be a leading light without you realising it. And you can be the leader and a role model, even though you might just consider them as your mate or your brother or your sister or whatever. You can be that strong role model in your environment. And that is so empowering in itself. So be empowering people. Like, I so believe in people to stand up and take it forward and be strong. And I know you can. And it's not a matter of time. It's not a matter of if, it's always a matter of when. Thank you for all those who have tuned in to this. I hope you kind of taken something from it. And if you do have any questions, feel free to comment in the section below, and I'll always be happy to answer. But I just want people to know out there that you can be such a great inspiration within your circle, within your network, and you might not feel like that's significant, but that is your world, and because of that, that is so significant to you. And that's going to be so significant to the people you are being an inspiration to, because that affects their world, and that affects their families and friends' world, because none of their families and friends want to see them not being themselves. So you're not only actually affecting your world, you're affecting so many other people's worlds as well. We never think about this because we only think of our worlds because we're so absorbed in our lives, because life's so hectic, but actually you don't realise the knock-on effect you have. So remember that next time when you are struggling to open up about your headspace, or you're contemplating and you're thinking maybe I shouldn't, well, I'm not comfortable enough, just know you're going to be that inspiration to that one person. Could be their family, could be friends, family, you just don't know. So keep being strong, keep fighting, and whatever's in your head, feel free just to let it out. Be that guiding light in your circle, in your world. Thank you for watching, ladies and gents. As I said, if you do have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. I'll always be happy to answer, as always. But yeah, I hope that helps, because you can be such an inspiration in your world. Do we have any questions to the two people watching? If not, all good. I hope you have had a wonderful Wednesday. Monday? God, it's been a busy day. Great start to the week. Hopefully you've had a great start to the week. Always positive. And if you do have anxiety and you want to figure out ways on, remedies, feel free to check out on YouTube, Cup of Tea Mental Health Talk Show. It's on my YouTube, Jack Stafford. It's guest featuring on a podcast talking about remedies that have helped for me, and I know over the years that they've been super beneficial to me, and I know they can be beneficial to other people. And with these things, you can't knock them until you try them. So give that a listen. Hopefully that helps. And people, be that inspiration in your world, because your world, you might not think it's significant, but it is extremely significant. Ladies and gents, thank you so much. I'll see you on Wednesday. Thank you to my sister for those lovely comments. Love you lots, and speak to you soon.